Well, hello, everybody. Uncle Rob back with you in Little Rock, Arkansas. Shreveport, Louisiana is where my boy Uncle Ryano is. What's up, Ryano?
Just kicking it, baby.
Are you ready for this one today?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to get. I did my hair and everything this morning, so I'm trying to. I'm sucking in my gut right now because we in the house of with a legend right now.
This guy is definitely a legend, man. I remember listening to this guy all through my early and teen years. T.G. Sheppard, how's it going, man?
Well, it's going good. I'm into my third cup of coffee. The people have been around the house already and got all the work done for the day. And I have finally going to get caught up on a few things, interviews like with you, and then take off on the road.
You're living in Nashville?
Well, Hendersonville, which is, just a suburb of Nashville. I live right down the street from where Johnny and June lived.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I had a house in Rivergate. I just sold it a couple years ago, but my house was right there in the Rivergate area, right by you.
Well, I go there and eat at Olive Garden every chance I get right there in Rivergate.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about your huge career you've had, man. It started back in the 70s, and you had a mega hit. We briefly touched on it backstage, Devil in a Bottle. That was your first number one hit, right?
Yeah, and that first number one is probably the most important song of an artist's career. Because once you have that number one, you were getting out there to radio and to the fans of country music. But in order to have a career, you've got to follow it up instantly. And that's what scared me the most was after having a number one record with Devil in a Bottle, and it also went top 40 on the pop charts, I said, I can't top this. What do I do? And because nowadays, if you don't have a number one after your number one, labels will drop you. But back then it was a little different. But we got lucky, and I sat down with a few friends of mine, and we wrote a song called Trying to Beat the Morning Home. Mm-hmm. And it went number one. So after those first two number ones, we felt like we were established enough to really step out there and make a run for it.
I mean, you had some great ones.
It's been an incredible run. It's been incredible ride.
My mom was all about some T.G. Sheppard. She loved her some. She loved her some Party Time, War is Hell on the Home Front, all the way to One for the Money. My favorite one, and I don't believe it went to number one, but one of my favorite ones by you. I played it on one of my shows last week. Half Past Forever Till I'm Blue in the Heart.
Whew, that was a strong song. That came out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, on that album, Blue in the Heart, written by Walt Aldridge, and I'm trying to think who else was on that, but it was just a well-written song, and it was complimenting the woman again, And I learned that from Conway, that if you can pick songs that women can relate to, that usually will give you a little more longevity in the business. And so I kind of adopted Conway's philosophy about song picking.
Well, and you definitely did that with War is Hell, and also Loved Them Every One. So what is T.G. Sheppard doing nowadays? Are you still recording?
Yeah. We're on tour constantly. We're in the midst of our 50th anniversary tour. Mm. And I know, I can't believe it either. It showed. Where did the time go? And but we are recording stuff all the time. Matter of fact, I'm in the process now of picking material for a new solo album. Mm. But I think I may go in a different direction with this new solo album, and I would like your thoughts on it. I'm thinking of doing a tribute album to someone that is so deserving in the business, but I want it to be the right person. Mm-hmm. I've always been a big fan of The Voice, Vern Gosdin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought about doing a tribute to him. But then again, I've got other dear friends that I would love to do tributes to. Gosh, Mac Davis, B.J. Thomas, all those people. So I don't know. I'm kind of undecided, but yes, I'm still recording. I think when you stop doing that is I think that's when it ends. It's when you finally get to a point to where you don't want to go to the studio anymore and have that urge and that excitement to go into a studio to record. I think it's time for you to ride off into the sunset. So I'm not ready to saddle up the horse and ride off yet. So I'm still recording constantly. And you never know when you record, you're going to hit that magic song. It comes out of left field sometimes so quickly.
You, every one of those names that you mentioned would be more than worthy for you to do a tribute album, 100%. I mean, that's every one of them. Vern Gosdin had a lot of big hits. I think you might do good doing an Elvis tribute album.
You know, I've been so connected to Elvis for so many years that I don't want to be known strictly as a guy who was his friend and rode his coattails, because a lot of people in my business that have connected themselves to Elvis through the years have been blamed for, advancing their career through Elvis's name. And I don't know if I'll do that, but I do love his music. Memories is my favorite Elvis Presley song ever. Of course, that was written by Mac Davis, the person I just mentioned. But I don't know. Vern came to mind because is it raining at your house like it's raining at mine? Wow, what a song. Are you going to do me wrong? If you're going to do me wrong, do me right. I mean, there's so many monster hits that he had.
Set him up, Joe.
Yes. And there's probably so many other monster hits that were album cuts that if artists will go and just take a look at an artist's album, because they worked a long time to pick the songs that they picked to record, so they must be good. So I may go back and pick some of the songs that never got released as singles.
My favorite Vern Gosdin, everybody know, Is It Raining at Your House? But Do You Believe Me Now? That one for me, I lived it. I lived it. So
I agree. I used to get a big kick out of Vern. We would get together and just talk, visit from time to time. And if he had to have any money, he would say, "Excuse me, I got to go to the car." So he'd go to the car and get some money out of a sack in his trunk and come back in with cash. And so it was so funny. I don't think he ever believed in banks, but he always kept his money in a sack in the trunk of his car. So that was one memory of his that I'll never forget.
I liked a lot of his stuff. The first song I ever really got introduced by him was "Dream of Me." That was the one that really turned me on to Vern Gosdin, and that was like mid-70s,
right,
late 70s. So what are you still touring?
Oh yeah, we're on tour constantly, and you can go to tgsheppard.com to get our tour info. We have our tour page up there, bands in town. And I invite people to also go to YouTube and see the videos, because we're posting videos every day and have been for months. And a lot of these videos are vintage videos. They go back to my career in the very beginning, back when I thought I was Conway and I had permed hair.
I remember that. I was going to mention the hair.
So it's straight now and getting a little gray. So it's time. But no, there's other people that I know that I could probably do a tribute album to. I could do Conway. Gosh, he's had enough hits that, but I don't know. Then again, I may want to come with just an original album. But to answer your original question, yeah, I'm on tour every week. I'm still a road warrior. We'll do about 50, 60 dates this year, which is plenty. And we got some great dates coming up. In the next few weeks, we do the Kentucky State Fair with Ricky Skaggs, and Tracy Bird and I were together the other night, along with Janie Fricke.
Love them.
Yes.
Oh, man, great artist. And then, got some TV projects in the works that, may come to fruition. We don't know yet, but there's something going on every day. And
is Buddy Hyatt still working with you on tour?
Buddy, he's out with Daly and Vincent right now. And Brandon Bates, another great keyboard pianist singer, is filling in for Buddy now. But Buddy will be back around here shortly. But Brandon Bates has been covering for Buddy for some time. But I am honored and blessed to have one of the greatest bands ever. And they've been with me, some of them, for almost 30 years. And so they've had enough time to get it right.
They've gotten used to you by now, right?
Yes, I hope so. But working the road is more fun now than ever before. It just, I don't know. As you get older, you look at things differently. You take the time to stop and smell the roses. And I didn't in the hot years in the 80s and 90s.
Well, you were so busy, man. I mean, you're spitting music out every 2 months, and it's like you got to keep those number ones going, like you were talking about. Now it's like you have time to relax and enjoy it.
I do, and I don't. I love the fact that I don't have to prove anything anymore. I've had my number ones. If we ever have another one, that would be great. But we've had enough to sustain us all these years, and hopefully will sustain me until I get ready to ride off into the sunset.
I heard something beautiful one time. And they said, people have two lives. Everyone has two lives.
Really?
They have the life they were born to, and then the second life starts the day they realize they only live once. And when that happens, you never had to prove anything to anybody except yourself. And once you did that, the world, you don't go try to get Muhammad to the mountain. We bring in Muhammad, the mountain to Muhammad. Wow. And that's really the way it is. And with guys like you, we had our mutual friend Harlan Howard. And Harlan and I used to write pretty regular together, and Don Schlitz and all those guys. And I will tell you, man, that's a lesson. For some reason, we didn't share it with each other, but everyone individually had to learn their version of that lesson, that you only had to prove it to yourself. And then from that point on, you got it.
Harlan Howard was one of the pure, true geniuses of songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him giving some advice to my wife one time, Kelly Lang, singer and songwriter. He said, "Kelly, I love your songs, but always remember this. The less words you can use and still get your message across is where the big hits come from. Don't get in there and scramble the song up with too many words. Give the song room to breathe. Say a few words and let it breathe, and then say a few words and let it breathe." And when I listen to the big hits, that recipe that he used in writing, it worked on a lot of hits. So Harlan Howard, when you talk of Harlan Howard, I can't say enough great things about him.
He was the master of complicated simplicity.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh.
So if you had to pick one of your songs, I know they're all your babies. You got a favorite one, don't you?
Well, I love Slow Burn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, everybody does. What?
Do You Want to Go to Heaven is another one, man. All these are coming back at me.
Oh, yeah.
Party Time is one that everybody always wants to hear, but I don't know. Slow Burn was produced by Jim Ed Norman, who at that time was producing the Eagles, and is, I think, back out with them now doing some symphony dates as their conductor. Jim Ed was a brilliant record producer and the head of Warner Brothers, which I was on that label at the time. And he brought me the song. He said, I found the greatest song that if you'll let me record this on you and bring in some Eagle type harmonies behind you, you another number one. And he was right. Man, that sucker went number one quick.
Wasn't it a crossover too?
Oh, yeah. We were able to have 5 or 6 of those that crossed over.
I was going to say, most of your stuff, that's what people don't understand. Pop means popular, and country transcended. I mean, it jumped and it would cross over into the softer rock and the classic rock, and it would just all, because it was the most popular. It was the heartbeat of the era.
It was, I don't know. I never intended to be a crossover artist. And so when it happened, I was kind of in shock to see my name alongside people like the Doobie Brothers or Michael Jackson, or I'm going to teach you Sheppard. What's he doing in there? It was weird. It was really strange for me because I knew a lot about the genre, but I didn't ever expect that I would be in that genre of singers. But the music really and truly has its own path.
Yes, sir.
Once it's recorded and it's released, it really and truly takes on a life of its own. And it goes where it needs or wants to go. And sometimes that can be nowhere, which is bad. Or you can just stay in the country charts or go to adult listening charts, contemporary, or if you're lucky enough, you wind up in the pop charts. So I've cut records that I guess wanted to travel and go.
That's just a good thing about it, special thing about you, because not all country singers have crossed over. I mean, when you can make it and hit it on both, that's saying something, man.
Well, it instantly takes you into a different realm. All of a sudden, you go from playing club dates or small auditorium dates to playing for 10 and 15,000 people a night. And then you just go, wow. And sometimes 1 or 2 songs can do that for you. And I've been fortunate to have had 1 or 2 of those songs along the way. Finally was one of those songs that propelled us. It wound up in the pop charts. And I've been very blessed. It's been a heck of a ride.
How many number 1 songs have you had on the country chart?
22.
22. Ryano. That's a lot, bud.
I can't think of nothing I've done 22 times. Good Lord. Yeah.
Well, I always thought if I could have 1 number 1 song and make a difference in somebody's life with that song, I would be fulfilled with my career. I never in my wildest dreams believed that 50 years later, I'd still be here talking to you, touring every week, and wind up having 22 number 1s. It's just truly blessed, and I praise God every day for it.
And I'm assuming that you were still packing the crowd. I mean, or else you wouldn't be out there doing it.
Well, they're very kind to us. Our crowds are very good. I'm finding a wonderful thing happening at our shows. I'm finding an enormous amount of younger people in their teens, standing at the foot of the stage, singing the songs back to me. And I'm going, how do they know these songs? They were number 1s before they were ever born.
Well, you gave so much to the art form that is American music. The art form, not just country, it's American music. Yeah. You gave so much to it from yourself that now it has the honor. These people, it's such a beautiful thing to watch. People are now giving it back to you.
But it is amazing. It's just amazing. And I guess that's where longevity really comes from, is when your music is passed down from generation to generation. And of course, these kids nowadays that are standing at the foot of the stage in their teens listen to my music through their moms and dads and granddads and grandmoms. And hopefully someday these kids that are standing there now singing back to me will play for their children. Mm-hmm. I mean, I probably won't still be here, but that's what keeps the music going, and that's the true key to longevity, is having people continue to learn your music and hear it for the first time, even if it's many years old.
That's what I was going to hit on right there, because all your songs are brand new to somebody every day.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's 8 billion people in this world, and labels get excited when they can literally sell the same equivalent as the population of Franklin. And when you really put it into perspective,
Right.
that's not very good salesmanship. I mean, you guys go out there and you're going platinum, multi-platinum, and you still haven't even scratched the surface. And so it's a beautiful thing because it's constant discovery, and that's the world of the indie. You're a major, established, iconic, international artist, but we've got all these young people coming up right now that are learning from you. There's nothing in between them anymore. They can watch you and learn from you. That's a big part of our listener viewership, is they're going to be watching and they get the opportunity. What would you tell the indie artists that are trying to come out right now?
You have to dedicate your life to it. You have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit of the life that you might have had if you weren't a singer, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. I tell people all the time that I had a person come through the autograph line the other day, and gentleman maybe in his 50s, and he said, "Man, I just wanted to be like you. I just wanted to record songs. I wanted to be a singer so bad, just like you, but I'm at an age now to where it just passed me by." And I said, "Wait a minute. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. You don't ever give up on your dream. And remember what I'm about to tell you. You'll never get where you're going if you forget who you are. And it's never too late in life to be who you might have been."
Mm-hmm.
So keep going. You may be 60 years old and wind up with a hit. You don't know. So I tell the young people nowadays just to enjoy the ride, because nowadays we get so busy with the politics of the business that we forget to enjoy ourselves. And it's a very political business. It's a very strenuous business on you for traveling. It beats you up pretty bad. You have to learn to pace yourself. So that's a few things that I tell the new artists that are coming along.
It goes back to that dedication you were talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to invest in yourself and your craft in order for it to come into fruition.
Yes. Yes. You have to be willing to sacrifice in order to get where you want to go in life, especially in the music business. It's a very hard business. You have to have very thick skin, as you know. No, in the record business is brutal, because you're talking about your personal talent that is getting ridiculed if you're put down, and you just have to be strong to hear it, take the advice, put it to use, and not let you just got to have thick skin.
I got to know where did you come up with the name T.G. Sheppard?
I just sat down one day and took a pen and wrote a T and a G, and I always liked Sheppard, and that's how it happened.
That is,
it could have been any name, you know.
You would have still been the star you are, whether your name was T.G. Sheppard or Bob Jones or whatever. Ryano, you got anything, my man?
No, I just everything that he's covering, he's nailing it, y'all. Everybody listening, he's nailing it. There was an old country song, and the hook line was, "Everybody wants to be Hank Williams, but nobody wants to die." And that's
that was
You remember that?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, everybody wants what someone else they perceive someone else has, but they don't understand the level of personal sacrifice and investment. And TG just told y'all, and if you didn't hear it, go back and listen again. He just told y'all. So thank you so much for being here with us. Stick around backstage for a second once we wrap up, because I wanted to run something by you real quick. But
okay, I've got a 1 o'clock Zoom in about 3 minutes.
Yeah. So. Sending love to the tribe. Welcome to the tribe, T.G. Sheppard.
Thank y'all so much for your time today.
Yes, sir.
We always play a couple songs by the artist as the interview closes. Your choice. What would you like us to play for you?
My song or any song?
Preferably be yours, but it doesn't matter if you want to hear something else.
I'd like to hear Slow Burn and Party Time.
You got it. Slow burn and party time right here with the Uncles and T.G. Sheppard. Thank you so much, T.G.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.